Hi everyone, welcome back. So since it's Lent, I'm gonna share a recipe for fish choka. I had some baked fish that was left over and I figured I'd make a really simple and delicious fish choka for you all. So choka is basically roasted vegetables. I'm not sure how they came up with the fish choka, but I know choka is usually vegetables that are roasted on an open flame and then mixed with seasonings and aromatics, and it's chunkied with hot oil. So in this case, the fish is mixed with some onion, garlic, some fresh herbs, pepper, and then it's chunkied with hot oil. So I guess it's called a choka because it's chunkied with the hot oil. So if you all want to see how I make this really simple and delicious recipe for fish choka, then keep watching. To get started, you'll need some chive or some scallions. I'm just using about 2 of those. I'm using some Shadon Beni or Bandhania, just about 2 leaves because these leaves are really huge. I think these are coming from Mexico. The ones in Trinidad are much smaller. I'm using a seasoning pepper or pimento pepper. These are very mild in heat. Sometimes you can find some with a lot of heat in them, so I would suggest cutting it and smelling it to make sure it's not too hot, especially if you're serving this to children. The star of the show, a Scotch bonnet pepper. You can definitely omit this if you don't want the heat. My personal preference, garlic. I just like to slice the garlic up. A small onion or half of a medium-sized one. Just a few sprigs of thyme and some celery leaf. So you'll need some steamed or fried fish. I have some baked fish here from yesterday. So I had some leftovers. I'm going to use this to make my fish choka. So you'll see a little bit of seasonings in there. That's just because while I was flaking it, it was seasoned so well that it was hard to get rid of the seasonings from it. So you don't have to season it when you're baking it. Just steam it or bake it until it's cooked throughout. And then all you do is take the skin out and you're going to flake the meat. Make sure there's no bones. So I haven't flaked mine completely yet. I'm going to use my fingers to do that. And if you want, you can use a fork. I just find that it's easier this way. And yes, my hands are clean. So if you want it chunky, then you don't need to flake it too much. Now all you're going to do is add those seasonings. So I'm going to add the scallion or the chive, pimento pepper, hot pepper, garlic, celery leaf, bandhania or Shadon Beni, and the onion. So you just want to make sure everything's at the top and spread out evenly, because I'm going to chunky this just to give it a nice little fry. Add the thyme. To a calchul or to a frying pan, add a little bit of oil. You just want to heat up the oil until it's at smoking point. I'm using a little avocado oil. You can use a nutty oil like coconut oil or macadamia nut oil, works really fine. The flavor of those will go great with the fish. So once it's at that smoking point, all you're going to do is drizzle it all over the onions and all the herbs that we added. Now you can go ahead and mix it. And my fish was already baked with salt. When you steam or bake it, you don't have to put salt. I'd suggest just steaming it as it is. Put a little bit of salt if you want. And then after, when you flake it, then you could add anything else that it may need. So I'm going to go in with some fresh black pepper. And it's really that simple. That's how I make my fish choka. So I hope you all enjoyed this really simple, delicious recipe for fish choka. Those of you fasting for Lent, I'm sure you all will appreciate this one. It's so delicious, simple to make, and it goes great on cricks, on croissants, hops bread, roti, anything possible that you want to put it on. I'm sure it would go great on bara, on doubles bara. Just kidding. But I'm sure it goes great with anything. I really love it. I love all these seasonings in there, the peppers. It's really a delicious, savory appetizer. I love eating this for breakfast on croissants, so I'm going to be having mine for breakfast today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me all your comments below. Tell me what are your plans for Easter, what kind of dishes you like to prepare. I would love to hear from you all. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. So until I see you all again in my next video, bye!